Hello, friends. It is another beautiful Sunday here in North America, the home of the Atari. And it's time for the highlight of my week, and hopefully yours, another episode of ranking the Atari 2600. Mike is here.
Hey, man, it's the highlight of my week too. Hell yeah.
Nice. Hopefully it's the highlight of our viewers' week. That's what we aim for. Excellence in ranking science. That's what we deliver here at the Bump. And we've got another batch of games lined up. We have 60 games on the list. 6 times 10. It's pretty incredible. Last week, kind of a mixed bag. We had Fantastic Voyage, which was a not terrible shooting game. It had some ideas. Frontline, a pretty decent army game. Army commando kind of game, all things considered. Puyan, just a tragic version of a great game.
Yeah, we definitely filled out the bottom of the list a little more than the top there.
Yeah.
Last week's episode.
Yeah, Super Football, Omega Race, Basic Math. We've had better weeks, but
Yeah, not great.
hopefully this one will be a little better. There are a couple interesting ones on the list here, ones that I've been kind of hankering to have a look at.
Yeah, there's one that I remember playing a shit ton as a kid, so I'm pretty excited to go back to it again.
Ooh, exciting. Well, let's jump right into it. As always, flashing warning for anyone sensitive to strobing, flashing images. This episode in particular will be sort of heavy with it. And with no further ado, let's jump into my first game for the week, which is the sports game. Much like you did last week, I decided it might be best to just get it out of the way. Not that this one is bad. We'll find out, but I don't think it'll do as badly as Super Football did. But we'll be playing basketball from 1978.
Yeah, by Atari, one of those first couple of games that came out after the initial release, right?
Yeah, a very early game by Atari themselves. So when you jump in, it defaults to 2-player mode. To get to the 1-player versus computer mode, you have to switch to game 2. So you control the blue player, the computer is controlling the yellow player. And honestly, I probably don't need to explain a lot about how this game works. It is pretty intuitive and self-explanatory. You can steal the ball from your opponent when they're in mid-dribble. You can press the button to jump and try to kind of block their shot. When you go to shoot, the longer you hold the button down, the higher the arc of the basket is, or the higher the arc of your throw is to make it into the basket. So if you're a little farther away, you probably want to hold the button down a little bit longer. You can sort of bounce it off the backboard, but there are no 3-pointers, no slam dunks. You're just going for a 2-shot every time.
Kind
of classic one-on-one basketball.
Oh, poop. No!
And you play for 5 minutes, and whoever has the most points wins. There's no fouls, no penalties. It's just a battle for
street ball.
Yep, just a battle for the ball. That's what they say about basketball, right?
Totes. Son of a bitch. Computer jerk.
So far we've just been trading 2-pointers back and forth. Ooh, I just scored again.
No.
And the computer just scored.
Oh.
Hey, let me shoot. Let me shoot. Get away from me.
Damn it. Oh. Okay.
All right, tied up again. Give me the ball.
Hey, let's go.
No, you jerk.
Hey, let's go.
All right, 28-28. Ooh,
No.
got the ball. Oh, I shot too high. Nope, still went in. Nice.
Oh no!
Give me the ball. Thank you. Nope. Give me the ball.
Oh.
Yeah, jumping to block the shot doesn't really seem to work most of the time.
It does not. It does not.
And I'm behind by 2 baskets now. Okay, got the ball. All right, tied up. Minute left on the clock.
Crap. Oh, they stole the ball. Up by 6 now.
Oh no. You got to close the gap.
By 4.
You got to beat the spread.
Oh no, I shot too hard.
Oh.
Oh no, I shot too hard again. Oh,
Didn't shoot hard enough.
Oh.
Nice.
No. Oh no.
Also, it's pretty.
Computer doesn't miss.
Yeah, the computer's the Michael Jordan of basketball.
Yeah. Son of a. Okay.
It's pretty generous with the hitbox on these baskets too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Like, you can I made shots where I felt like I was missing by a pretty wide margin, and it still went in. So, which is good. It's better that it's forgiving than too strict, I think, with the limitations of the 2600. All right, give me the ball. No.
Oh no. Oh, I stole it. Oh, he stole it back. Oh, I stole it back again.
Oh no.
No. You jerk. No. I had caught up and then scored 3 times in a row.
All right, down by 4. Oh no. Yeah, so blocking the shot seems to work best if you're standing directly in front of them, as opposed to
shoot,
trying to block it from going into the basket.
Oh, it beat me 48-40.
Beat me 62-58. So, many sports games of the time, I believe you can handicap the computer by setting the. Oh, actually, in this one, it's the left difficulty switch that you want to set to A to handicap the computer, I believe.
Okay. Oh yeah, that actually makes it to where he'll miss occasionally.
Yeah. So yeah, I believe in this game, you use the right controller for player 1, which we happen to still have the control set up that way, I think.
Yeah.
But that's why it's the left difficulty switch that you want to flip. Some real basic sound effects here.
Yeah, nothing amazing.
Yeah, the dribbling sounds good for what it is.
Yeah.
It would be nice if the score sound was more than just yeah, the beep sounds exactly like the beep on the Apple II, which is kind of messing with my head. In many ways, it feels like I'm playing with these sound effects could be straight from the Apple II, which is appropriate because that's where One-on-One came out first. Dr. J,
it did, didn't it?
Yeah, Dr. J versus Larry Bird, which it was later released as Jordan versus Bird once Dr. J wasn't quite as relevant, but apparently Larry Bird was.
Larry Bird he's the white savior.
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh my god. It may be easier, but the computer's still a ball stealing jerk.
Yeah, that's been my experience too. Okay, I need to stop jumping at the basket. It does not work. It's not going to work the 50th time either. All right, tied up.
Shit.
Yeah, I think a lot of the defense in this game in real basketball would technically be goaltending, which is not allowed.
Nope.
But this is street ball. There are no rules, except for the rules that there are.
The only rule is there are no rules.
Yeah, but you still can't, like, punch your opponent or bite them.
Oh my, okay.
Give me the ball. Give me the ball. He gave me the ball by putting it through my basket. That's not what I intended. Alright, give me the ball.
No. No. No.
Up, too high. Nope, still went in. Just letting me get away with some real bullshit. What? Why was the ball just bouncing there?
That's what it does.
No, I mean...
I don't know. After it goes in, it'll just bounce there.
Oh, I thought I picked it up.
Shit!
And then, like, it started bouncing again.
Oh. Balls.
Yeah, mostly just one ball.
Mostly just basketball.
Yeah. I mean, it would be cool if there was, like, a soccer ball as well that we were kicking around. Just for some variety.
No! How does that not go in?
Could call it basket soccer.
Oh my god.
Basket goal.
The computer just absolutely annihilated me.
Hey, tie game. 54-54.
No!
And once the game's over, you can still move around and the computer will still chase you around as the screen flashes.
Hey, tie game.
Which is always fun.
36.
And you can keep shooting baskets. You just... we both tied.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, it lets you practice your moves in between games. And that's basketball. It's pretty straightforward as befitting a game from 1978. But
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I think it's fine for what it is.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely better than tennis.
Oh yeah. Yeah, as far as one-word sports games go, I think this one's probably up there. You ready to do the science and find out?
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Basketball. B-ball. The Rock. Other basketball terms. All right, let's get the list up here. So yeah, better than tennis, as you said, which is a pretty low bar.
Yeah,
but I think it passes it pretty easily.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's basically the worst of the sports games that actually work.
Yeah, very true. That wrestling game does not work.
It does not, and neither does that golf game.
Oh yeah, that golf game is weird.
Yeah.
I think it's better than Super Football.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, Super Football. Its problem is it takes the complications of football and makes it too complicated to where it's like you no longer know what the hell you're doing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it seems like none of that matters.
Kinda. I mean, it probably matters to someone who is actually able to learn all that shit and figure out what all the different like number plays do, but at the same time it seems just as easy to find a move that you can cheese the computer with and do that over and over again. So yeah, I'm not big on Super Football. I think basketball's better than Gauntlet.
Yeah. I mean, it's a more fun time than that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than Sky Skipper. I'd say it's probably better than that Bouillon port.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think it's probably better than Commando Raid. I just find that game frustrating and
Mm-hmm.
just borderline unplayable. Like it works,
Mm-hmm.
but like it feels like there's so little that you can do to postpone your impending doom.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think there is fun to be had in Chase the Chuck Wagon.
Yeah. It's, I don't know. It's like a it's like a worse Pac-Man, basically.
Yeah, but a worse Pac-Man is still slightly more interesting than a one-on-one basketball game, I think.
Yeah, probably. I
Um,
mean, yeah. I was gonna say it probably. I mean, it's definitely not better than Space Invaders. I mean,
yeah, that was going to be my kind of cutoff line. I think Space Invaders it still holds up relatively well,
yeah,
and this is a pretty good version of it. But I think, I mean, I'd rather play Chase the Chuck Wagon than basketball. But I'd rather
yeah,
play basketball than Commando Raid.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree.
New number
I'm
40?
cool. I'm cool with it being number 40. Sure.
Okay. The science has been done. Basketball. Which for a very early sports game is not bad.
Yeah.
It's a top 40 game. It's a top 50 game. Congratulations, basketball. You did okay.
Yeah. Good job, Atari. Way to make a functional game.
Yeah. Like in 1978 with the other games that were available, I probably would have played a lot of basketball.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just not interesting enough to really fall into the upper tiers, but solid for what it is. Well, shall we move on?
Absolutely. Next up on the list, we have a Konami joint
Oh, Konami made it.
called Strategy X.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never heard of this game.
It basically just starts. Why can't I move?
All right, so I'm a tank.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're a tank. This is basically um what was that? What was that? Ah, crap. What was that game called? Commando. This is basically Commando, but you're a tank.
Yeah. Or it's frontline, except it doesn't have the part where you're a guy.
Yeah.
It just has the tank part.
It's a forced movement screen, and it's really difficult not to die.
Yeah. I've died 3 times, and my game is
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
So that's either 820 points or 1,820 points. I can't tell.
I know the first thing is what screen you're on.
Ah, okay. I like the little jingle at the start.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty decent. I don't know, the book doesn't say what it is. It just calls it the beginning screen jingle.
Ah, a top 40 hit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, this is just instances where because it's pushing you forward, there are times where the enemy just shoots at you, and it's utterly impossible to avoid.
Yeah.
Right there, there was no way I could avoid that. You can
what?
You can push forward. You can push forward and go faster,
Right.
and you can hold down and go slower. But it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, the screen doesn't stop. It doesn't stop for anything.
Oh, I actually made it to the end of the first level.
Nice.
That's the first time I've done that. So the next level is airplanes trying to shoot you, and that's what they just did. You don't have to. Whoop. Okay. You don't have to worry about the airplane running into the airplanes, but they like shoot like an elongated bullet-looking thing. I'm assuming it's a missile or something, and it's very easy for them to hit you.
Yeah, I imagine. The tank moves pretty slowly.
It moves pretty slowly, unless you're holding forward.
I mean, even then, like...
Yeah. So, but that's it. There's only 2 levels. That's the basic gist of the game. And it just keeps going until you... Oh, you can shoot the enemy bullets. I did forget about that.
That's good.
Oh, God. Well, okay. I accidentally shot the fuel, but then I just died, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, I tested to see if it's possible to shoot the fuel because I was curious, and it is indeed possible.
It is very possible.
Yeah, like the screen is very choppy, like the scrolling is super choppy. I feel like the scrolling of the screen can sometimes change the trajectory of your bullet in a way that it feels like it shouldn't. Like,
agreed. It's really weird.
yeah, like when you're shooting left and right, you sort of have to take the scroll of the screen into account, which is like that doesn't feel like that should be a thing.
Also, way louder than I remember this game being. Jesus. Yeah. It's also weird. Like, it definitely, the scrolling of the screen definitely changes the trajectory of your bullets, because you can shoot and then hold back on the joystick, and your bullet will go like more straight. It's
right.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's very strange. Also, I don't like how it, like, if you're facing left, you have to hold left to face that way. Otherwise, it'll just automatically reorient you so you're facing up.
Right.
And when you have to hold left to aim left, that makes it really easy to get to a part of the screen where you're just screwed because there's something on the left side of the screen, and you just end up over there and you can't get back fast enough.
Right.
Do you know this is I mean, it's Konami, so I'm assuming this is a port of an arcade game.
I'm assuming so. I didn't look up to see what the arcade game was.
Yeah, well, I can only assume it's better than this.
I would hope so. I have a feeling that this is another Puyon instance where the oh my god, this fucking bridge door things.
Oh, the enemies can blow up your fuel too.
Oh yeah.
That's extremely rude.
Yeah, it's not great. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this game is not a great port of what I assume would be an actual arcade game. I'm actually gonna look it up right now and make sure that it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an actual arcade game.
Yeah, and the copyright date said 1981, which would have been, pretty early for this kind of game. Oh
yeah,
I think
it was.
I just cleared the first area.
Yeah, it's
The victory tune is nice too.
It is, yeah.
All right, planes. I got planed.
Oh yeah. Oh, this game looks entirely different. Yeah. It actually looks more like the other game that we played, Frontline.
Oh yeah.
Your tank is like circular. Oh yeah, it looks entirely different. Completely different looking game.
Well, I'll have to take a look at that at some point.
Yeah, there's even like TNT on the ground you have to shoot, apparently.
Ooh.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, and then there's 4 levels, and there's entirely different stuff.
Yeah, I tried messing with the game select switch, and you don't seem to be able to like start on level 2 or anything.
Nope, there's no difficulty switch or anything like that. The only thing that that the strategy book has anything is you can play 2-player, and apparently there is a setting to make the tanks go faster. I think that's what that said.
Oh, I started 2-player mode. Okay. Doesn't really give you any indication of which mode you have selected.
Oh, maybe I was thinking of a different game. Yeah, because I don't see anything.
I just want to restart here.
I just love that in the booklet it says one of the headings is mistakes. The following are mistakes, and you lose one of your tanks. If your tank is hit by an enemy shell, if your tank is hit by an enemy missile, if the tank collides with a block, and if the tank runs out of fuel. Those are mistakes.
Yeah. I think the Bouillon manual had a section like that too.
It's funny that they don't just be like, you know, how you die.
Yeah.
So, one thing I noticed looking at the games that Konami makes, all of their carts are black carts that have a sticker on them.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a number associated with the game. Like Strategy X is number 10, Bouillon was number 1, and a game we haven't played yet was number 11. So I don't know if that indicates that those are like Bouillon was the first game they made.
Yeah.
And then, like these are subsequent games that they've made. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I wasn't aware that Konami, ported so many of their own games, if that is the case.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's the thing. As I looked, and there are only 3 games. Well, there's only 3 games that Atari Mania lists as published by them. It's
Right.
Bouillon, Strategy X, and a game we haven't played yet called Premier Wars.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if it's like an indication of like maybe Bouillon was the first arcade game they made.
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Hmm.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. Wanna look into that, see if I can figure out what that means. But in the meantime, I think I'm just about ready to put Strategy X on the list.
Sure.
If you're done, if you wanted to give us more time, that's okay.
No, that's fine. I was paused that entire time looking at stuff.
Oh.
I just wanted to do one more run through to see if I could at least get to the second level again.
One more for the road.
Oh my god. I hate that, like, once you make a decision on, like, where you're going upward, it's just like, that's where you're going. There's just no changing that.
Yeah, like, remember how much mobility the small tanks had in front line and how good that felt?
Yeah.
This is like the exact opposite of that.
This is the exact opposite of that. And which is crazy because, well, never mind. I did not even make it to the second level. Which is crazy because in the, like, looking at the arcade version of this game, it just looks like Frontline. Looks like a better looking Frontline.
Yeah.
It has like the same, like, crazy, really good mobility and everything. It's just
damn.
like I don't understand why they have such a shit port of this compared to the arcade version.
Yeah, and same with Puyan. Like they messed up the basic movement, which is kind of the most important thing about the game. Like,
Pretty wild.
like they got a lot of the details right, but like just the basic mechanics of moving around, they flubbed it.
Now, see, I wonder. Now, it does say that this game was it was licensed to Stern Electronics
Yeah,
for U.S. distribution. So, I wonder if maybe they had something to do with like the programming of it as well, or if this was just. No, I mean it was developed by Konami. So
yeah. Like usually when it says license for distribution, that just means basically Stern manufactured the arcade machines, and they did all the business of like distributing them to arcades and finding clients and stuff.
Right.
Typically, they don't do a lot of like they don't mess around with the game itself.
Dude, it is crazy how I just found like a anyway. I found like a crazy like archive.org has like somebody scanned a magazine from 1981 that in Japan that has like a bunch of different arcade games listed in it. So
Oh, nice.
it's fucking wild. God, the archive.org is insane.
Yeah, we're big fans of the Internet Archive and the Wayback Machine around here.
Yeah, man. All kinds of cool shit on there. Okay, let's rank this not very good game.
All right, Strategy X. Let's find a spot for it. Okay, well, for as bad of a port as it is, I don't think it's broken the same way Puyon wasn't broken.
Yeah, it's not broken. It's just not very good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still playable in that, you can get to the second level, and I mean that's basically the game. It's just getting to the second level, and then once you beat that level, you go back to the first level and just do it all over again.
Yeah. I'd rather play it than Fishing Derby.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely not as difficult to play as tennis.
Yeah.
And I agree, Fishing Derby is not a very good game in general.
Yeah.
And I would say it's probably better than a Mega Race as well.
Yeah, I'd agree.
It's probably better than Super Football.
Yep. I'm with you.
Is it better than Cocoa Nuts?
Yeah, I think so. Like, you can at least get to the second level, and I was starting to get the hang of like slowing down and holding down and left and down and right, so that my shots would be more accurate.
Yeah, yeah.
So there is some level of like you can do things differently, and it'll affect how well you do. Whereas with Coconuts, it's pretty much just like how fast you can react and move left and right.
Yeah, true. It's such a weird. It's so weird that the scrolling of the screen changes the trajectory of your shots.
Yeah.
Very weird.
I mean, you could look at it as like trying to be more realistic in the sense that it's harder to hit a target while you're moving, and
yeah, I guess that's true.
Like,
It's like the idea of like slowing your momentum down to make it to where your shots are technically more accurate.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just wonder if that was intentional or not.
That's a good question.
I guess it doesn't matter, but I mean, I think it's at least an interesting aspect of the game, whereas Coconuts doesn't really have a lot of interesting aspects to it.
No, not really. So, do you think it's better than Spider-Man, or have we hit our break point?
I think with Spider-Man, the scrolling of the screen is a lot smoother, which makes it a more pleasant
better
experience. The controls are kind of busted in both games.
Mm-hmm.
I think Spider-Man feels a little bit better. Like in Strategy X, even when I was doing well, I wasn't having a super good time. I just felt like,
Yeah, I was gonna say Spider-Man. Even though I was terrible at that game, it was still way more enjoyable than playing this game.
yeah, I agree. I think Strategy X is our new number 46.
I think so too. I think it's definitely that's its that's its home.
Indeed. All right. Congratulations to Konami. Not as good as Puyon, which is kind of surprising. I felt that those games were of a similarly low quality, but I guess once the science is done, Puyon has a little bit more going for it.
Yeah, I mean, as sad as it is that Puyon is a really terrible port of that game, it's still more fun to play. I mean,
Yeah, like the controls aren't as good, but they're better than the controls in Strategy X. So I,
agreed.
I think that holds up. Well, I'd like to quick a take break here. I'd like to take a quick break and come back in just a minute for my next game.
Sure.
So BRB, and we're back. Welcome back to the Atari,
Hey guys.
and I guess we're ready to move on to my next game.
Absolutely.
Also an arcade port. This was an arcade game by Sega, and Atari themselves did the port of this in 1984,
Oh,
and it is called Pengo.
I know absolutely nothing about this game.
So you're a penguin. This game has some pretty terrible music, but I'm happy to announce that you can turn it off by pressing the left difficulty switch.
Hey. Oh, thank God.
I want to let the music play here just so people can get an idea of it. But you're a penguin. You're sliding around on the ice. There are these ice blocks here, and if you press the button on an ice block while it's up against something, it'll cause it to melt.
No.
If it's not, if it's not up against something, then you will push the ice block, and it will go as far as it can until it hits a wall or another ice block. And your objective is to destroy all the enemies. I want to turn my music off here. Thank you.
No, I missed.
So you will see that there are 3 ice blocks that have like a flashing yellow box in the middle of them.
Assuming they can't destroy those and you can't either.
Correct. And if you line all 3 of them up in a row, like you're playing Bejeweled or something, then it's worth huge bonus points.
Whoa.
And also it makes all of the enemies on the screen stunned for a second. So
interesting.
So if you can line all of them up, it is advantageous. That's not always a very easy thing to do.
Oh Jesus, they're gonna eat me for lunch.
And also it's worth more bonus points if you line them up in the middle of the screen and not up against a wall, which is also quite difficult to do.
Dare you.
Yeah, I was going to try to do that here, but I don't think that's... Well, actually, that might work. Hang on. So if I
Oh my God, that is the worst fucking...
Oh, but...
Whoa. So I lined them up, and that was Caesar Central.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's why I made sure to actually say the flashing warning this time.
Oh, dude, that shit doesn't bother me, and that shit bothered me. Whew.
Yeah.
Yikes.
It's a little too intense.
That's insane.
But yeah, that's worth 10,000 points, and if you can line them up not against a wall, I think it's worth 20,000. I'm not 100% sure. And as you progress through the levels, more enemies will start spawning in.
Yeah.
After you kill some of them.
Oh, I got 2 of them with 1 shot. Get fucked.
Yeah, it feels really good when that happens.
I didn't get to line them up that time because killed 2 of them with 1 shot.
Yeah.
I feel like I got bonus points for something. I wonder if it was because I killed 2 of them with 1 shot.
Oh, possibly. Yeah. You also get some bonus points for how much time you take, I think.
Ah. Oh
Alright,
my
so now
god!
this. So unfortunately, all of my blocks are against the edge of the screen now.
Oh,
So I don't know
you're
how I'm gonna.
effed in the A, yo.
Yeah, I gotta just hope. Oh, okay. Nope, that didn't work. So I have to just hope it moves against the edge of the screen in a way that allows me to crush it. No, too soon. Fudge. Yeah, I don't know what happens when you run out of options. Like if you have to just like
You just
just kill it.
just sit there and wait for time to run out.
Well, I don't know if there is like. Well, I guess there is. Like it shows you how much time you take, but I don't think you actually lose a life if you take too much time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm guessing I would just have to like suicide at that point.
Hmm.
That kind of sucks.
That does kind of suck. Oh, I got him. Oh, got him. Get wrecked. This game's pretty good.
Yeah, I like it.
Cool little
This
puzzle
was
game.
yeah, it's like a puzzle arcade game.
Hmm.
I had the Apple II port of this, and that version was pretty
Son
good
of a
too.
no! Run away!
Like I like how it has the little end of round text showing you like how well you did,
Yeah.
and showing you like what round you're on and stuff.
Oh, dude, I
Uh,
just got 3 of them with 1 shot. Oh,
nice.
then more spawned in. Boo! Dude, fuck off. Come near me. You jerk. We done? Yeah, we're done.
So I don't remember what these enemies are. I think the manual says like it gives them some kind of goofy name.
Some
But
goofy name.
yeah, like it looks kind of like they're holding brooms. So I'm going to say they're like curlers,
Mm.
people who curl, and
Oh
they're mad at me for messing up their ice, and that's why they're. Oh God! Oh, I walked into one that was spawning. Oh, and Pingo's crying. Aw,
no!
that's so sad.
No!
All right, gotta be a little bit more careful with my
Oh,
blocks here.
I'm gonna fucking die. Oh, I died. Oh, the timing.
But yeah, I put myself in an unwinnable situation here, and so all I have left are the jewel blocks, and they're not in locations that are pushable.
Oof. Not
So
good.
yeah, I think I just have to walk into an enemy at that point.
Blood holes.
Oh no, it didn't reset the position of the board.
No, it does not.
Oh,
No.
that sucks. So you can like walk against the edge of the wall and push the button, and it like causes everything to shake a little bit.
Hmm.
But I don't think that like I think if an enemy is against a wall, that stuns them,
Oh,
which wasn't a mechanic that I knew about.
interesting. Come on. Yeah.
But
Walk
man,
into my trap.
man, if I had to just oh, okay, so I just waited for time to expire, and eventually it just moved me on to the next level.
Oh,
Okay,
well, that's good.
would be nice if there was a more intuitive way to recover from that situation, but
Yeah.
at least I don't have to just like lose all my lives.
Shite. No.
Oh
No.
no, crap! Walked right into it.
No. No.
Ha!
Oh, so many.
Two with one shot.
Oh,
Yeah,
you dirty. You
yeah.
dirty.
If you focus too much on trying to line up the jewel blocks, you can definitely screw yourself over by melting too many blocks.
Oh, I'm fucked. I'm about to be fucked. Oh, ah. Oh, I got 2 of them.
All right, I got my bonus seizure.
All right, come on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. I had literally just had the jewel blocks left.
Oh
Was able to
yeah,
kill them all.
nice. Well done.
No.
I don't know what these flashing blocks mean at the beginning of the round.
They're the ones that will spawn more dudes sooner or later. Oh, fuck.
Oh, damn! I did not catch that. Good job.
At least I think.
Eat shit. Oh. Also, I don't think you can push 2 blocks in quick succession. I think you have to wait
Yep,
for the first one to stop moving.
agreed. I have found that to be the case.
Hey, come back here. Eat my ice block.
Eat my ice cream.
The ultimate insult. Oh, come on.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Do
I'm not
that.
into this anti-penguin violence. I'd say this is the perfect game for Linux users.
Yeah. Fuck.
In fact, it would
Fuck.
not surprise me a bit if there was an open source clone of this for Linux. They could call it Tux Block.
God, no, no, no. Leave me alone.
Oh
Ugh.
no.
Got him. Come on. Come up here.
Oh
No,
god.
not there.
Away
No.
from me.
Oh, you went. He zigged and I zagged. Nope.
Also, it feels like they're starting to melt a lot more of my ice as the game progresses,
Mm-hmm.
which is a real dick move. I need that ice for a thing I'm doing. I've got an ice project going. Yeah, they are mad now.
Oh, well, I died finally. Son of a bee.
Aw.
Game
Damn, that was
over.
your first death.
50,000.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm up to 54,000 something. But I'm on my last life here, so it is just a matter of time. Ah. Yeah, they get faster and a lot harder to dodge as you progress.
Yeah, I made it to wave 11.
Nice. I think that's what I was on too. Game over. Game over for Pengo.
Sad.
Yeah. Well, shall we rank?
Absolutely.
All right.
Let's do it.
That was Pengo. Pengo's a penguin. Penguins live in Antarctica. Not at the North Pole.
Is it Antarctica?
Yep. Well, Antarctica and the surrounding regions. I think Pengo's pretty cool.
No pun intended, right?
Zing. Oh, I gotcha. Or you got me. I can't tell anymore.
Let's see. I would say this game is better than real sports football.
Damn. Jumping all the way to the top tier. I mean, I agree with you. Yeah. Um, I think it's better than Venture.
Yeah,
Uh, I'd rather play it than that port of Gyrus, as cool as that game is.
that game's pretty cool. But yeah, I agree.
Um, just the kind of the strategy involved in like how you push the blocks, how you have to, you know, not melt them too much. There's some thinking there. It's not just an action game.
Yeah, you can't just go about willy nilly, or you're just gonna run out of stuff to try and crush them with.
Yeah, and
That's pretty fantastic for this early. Like this reminds me of, I would not be surprised at all to see this game on the Nintendo.
oh yeah, I'm sure. Or
A game
I
like it.
mean, yeah, like there were a lot of clones of this game for the system and others, which makes sense. It's like I mean, it's sort of like a like almost like a Sokoban arcade game. Like I mean, it's not quite as much of a puzzle game as that, but
Yeah,
you definitely see that DNA here. Um,
there was
I
like
think
a,
it's probably better. It's better than Bump and Jump.
yeah, dude, man, as good as Bump and Jump is, I agree. Yeah, it's this is a more solid game.
Yeah,
The flicker kind of sucks, but that's just it's not like it doesn't do it. It's like a, it's a celebratory thing. It's not like a, you know because it can't handle the graphics in some way or something.
right. And the enemies do start to flicker a little bit when there are enough of them on the screen. Um,
Oh, I didn't really notice, but yeah, you're probably right.
yeah, but I mean that condition doesn't last long because you're kind of always, always crushing enemies, and um, it's just
Oh,
kind of good, constant, ongoing action.
dude, there's a
Uh,
version of this game for the Game Gear.
oh, nice.
Hmm. Anyway, um, let's see. Is it better than? It's better than Firefighter.
Yeah, I think so.
It's very much in the same vein as Entombed.
Yeah, it doesn't feel too dissimilar from Entombed to me. Um, I do like the fact that so I mean this is a small thing, but I like the fact that it has like a transitional phase between the levels, and I like
Hmm.
the fact that it tells you what level you're on. Um,
Yeah, I
like as much
yeah.
it's not that different from one screen to the next, but I mean watching that number go up, I don't know, that feels kind of good. Uh, whereas with Entombed, it's uh just kind of constant escalation with no like there's no breathing room there, you know?
Right, right.
I don't know. You think Entombed is better?
Um, I think Entombed is better. No, I think this game is better.
Okay. I mean, I could see an argument for Entombed.
No,
Um,
no. I'm, I'm thinking about like Entombed is really cool, and it's a cool idea, and it's cool that like they basically took the like endless maze runner type of deal and like made it a viable thing by giving you the ability to like, carve your own way through in certain instances.
yeah.
But like this game just takes way more strategy. Like there's a it's like there's the strategy of like making sure that you don't get rid of too many blocks. There's the strategy of like, obviously of trying to line up the things because And like lining up the things isn't just a because you get extra score thing. Like it also makes it easier to kill the guys
Right.
because they get stunned for a minute. So yeah, I mean, I think it's just a more polished game.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think the enemies aren't so overwhelming that you don't have time to think. Whereas Entombed, that's kind of like you're kind of forced to just keep moving. You don't really have time to think about what you're doing.
I mean, so I'm gonna put it out there. I think it should be our new number 5.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
I think it's better than Oistron.
Yeah, I could see that. Oistron is it's cool. It's like I don't know. You have like the collecting element, but that doesn't really add a whole lot of strategy to it. Kind of,
Yeah,
it's just something that you're doing as you're shooting.
right.
Um,
I mean,
yeah, I could.
Oistron has like that really cool aspect of like, you know, the fighting the boss, and then after you fight the boss and kill it, it has like that warp thing, and it's like it's kind of disorienting, but at the same time, it's like really fucking cool looking, and
Yeah,
like it has that stuff. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's still clear that as a video game, it's not as polished because it's still just more of a tech demo than it is an actual game.
yeah. Like Pingo feels better to play. The controls are tight, whereas with Voicetron you have that momentum.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm with you. I think Pingo should be our new number 5.
Yeah, and I was trying to decide if it was better than Bank Heist because man, Bank Heist is fucking great. That's a super good game.
It is.
And Haunted House is fucking wild in what they were able to do with the console. And like and I mean, and again, like this game feels like it could be on the NES, and it's like my golf basically feels like it's NES golf. And I was like, well, does that, I mean, is it better than that? And but yeah, I think so. I think it's our new number 5. I think it's not as um complex as adventure when it comes to like you know the programming of it and things like that. And I mean, and the other three are just head and shoulders above. I mean, in my opinion, they're head and shoulders above adventure.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
but yeah, I think number 5 is a perfect spot for this game just because it's this is probably so far like the best puzzle game that we've played on this console. That's not like Riddle of the Sphinx.
Yep, agreed. The best puzzle game and the best arcade port on the list
Oh,
so far.
100%. Um and this game was an arcade port. The arcade um actually, interestingly enough, the arcade looks like it's not as fun.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it basically, now granted this is like just like a screenshot, but like the screenshot is basically just uh instead of having where the enemy is gonna like clearly break some of your stuff too, like there's like clear lines that they could just like go through, almost like it's a carved out maze that they don't really have to like break through to get to you.
Oh,
So
weird.
so I don't know if they still do stuff like that or not, but
Yeah, I haven't actually looked at the arcade version yet. My main experience is with the Apple II version, which is pretty similar to this one. But yeah, I'd be interested to go have a look at that. I mean, if Atari managed to improve on the design, that makes it all the more impressive, kind of.
yeah. So and the original um arcade version did come out before the port for the 2600, so it is possible
Right.
that they did something to um do more to it than just what they had.
Yeah,
I will
doing
s-
it.
I mean I will say that the people that it has listed, um as Atari and everything, that is not who, like, this game's made by Sega,
Right, yeah.
and well, developed by Corland, which is just a subsidiary of Sega, I think.
Oh,
Oh, actually,
hmm.
of Bandai. Oh, well, there you go.
Oh,
Or
weird.
Corland is a subsidiary of Bandai, so yeah, that's who made it, and then got published by Sega, and then ported over to the 2600 by, I'm assuming, Atari.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that Sega didn't actually develop it.
Yeah,
Huh. Pengo. Hell of a game.
very cool game. Super
There's a
fun.
game, speaking, you were talking about the NES, that it
Mm.
would be a good fit there. There's an NES game called Kickle Cubicle, which
Oh
is,
yeah, that's the game that it reminds me of. Yep.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of like Pingo with a bunch more mechanics added to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's another one to check out if you're a Pingo fan.
Yeah. Jeff played that game, and I was like, oh man, that game's really neat.
It is. Pushing blocks and squashing mooks. Well, shall we move on?
Yeah.
All right, excellent. Next game on the list, one that you brought, another arcade port, and this is a game that I'm a bit familiar with. I haven't played a ton of the 2600 version, but I have played the arcade version and I enjoyed it. Um, it's
Yeah.
called Mr. Dew's Castle.
Yep. Mr. Dew's Castle. It's what are these called? These are called ladder or something. What are they called? I forget.
It's like a ladder maze game,
Yeah, like a ladder
maybe.
puzzle game. I don't know. But the
Yeah.
basic idea is you're a little dude, and you can go through, and you have the ability to like kick up the floor, like they're little like floor boards basically. And the idea is there are ones that look like cherries.
Well, sort of.
Yeah, kinda. But those are the ones that you want to get rid of.
Yeah, so you have to kind of use your imagination with the symbols in this version. So
Yeah, they're not super great.
so the big block with the small line to the left of it,
Aha.
that's one of the cherries.
Yeah.
And then there are keys, which in this version looks kind of like the letter H. And then there are skulls, which in this version looks like an X. And
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but I don't fuck with the fucking keys. That just pisses the enemies off.
oh man, but that's how you get the letters.
Yeah.
So if you collect all of the keys, an item will spawn at the top of the screen, and when you collect it, oh, I just lost all my lives. 80 points.
Yeah, I'm really not very good at this game either.
Yeah, this isn't a great port. The controls are off. So in the arcade version, you can sort of hit the enemies with your hammer, and it'll like stun them for a second, so you can get away from them.
Oh, really?
That's not a thing in this version.
It is not. It is not at all.
So the enemies will fall into the holes that you make, and
Yeah, they'll just fucking murk the fuck out of you.
yeah.
And
So they will.
the green ones, Jesus Christ, they run so goddamn fast.
Yeah. So the enemies will fall into those holes, and you can hit them while they're in the hole to get rid of them, but they just kind of fall back at the top of the screen. The only way to kill the enemies is to collect all the keys and get the item at the top of the screen, and that turns them into letters. And then you collect the letters to spell the word extra, much like Ladybug, which is by the arcade version was by the same developer, Universal. So let me see if I can get to that flag up there, or whatever this is supposed to be.
Oh,
Okay,
hey,
so
I actually did it. Now do I have to hit them? Oh, I have to hit
Yep.
them. Okay.
Yeah, you hit them with your hammer, and that gets rid of them. And
Oh, it does not last very long. Jesus.
no, it doesn't. Oh, you can also kill the enemies with the skulls.
Yeah.
So when you hit the skulls, all of the blocks between those 2 points will disappear and take the
Son of
enemies
a.
with them. But the way you finish the level is by either collecting all of the cherries or killing all the enemies.
Yeah.
And so far, like I practiced this version of the game a little bit, but I have not been able to do that. I haven't been able.
I literally finished this like the first time ever. I finished one of the levels.
Oh, like just now?
just a little bit ago, yeah.
Oh,
I'm so fucked right now. Maybe
yeah.
not.
Like I don't know what to do when. Okay, so you can sort of still hit the cherry when it's like isolated on a platform. If you stand like just to the left of it. Oh,
Mhm.
you can also squash the enemies by dropping a block on their heads.
You can.
And I think that permanently kills them. I don't think they respawn in that case.
Oh my god. I hate the fact that you can't, like, if they're standing in one of the things, you hit it, it doesn't kill them. They just kill you.
Yep,
It's very annoying.
it is. I didn't climb the ladder. Fuck. Well, I still have a chance here. I mean, there are only 2 enemies left, so outsmarting them is more possible now. But one of them is green and super fast.
I'm just, at that point, there's no point in trying.
Okay, 1 cherry left. I just need... these are unicorns, by the way, the monsters that you're fighting.
They're unicorns, yeah.
Yeah, you can tell because they have 1 horn on their head.
Great.
And in Japan, this game was known as Mr. Do versus Unicorns.
Okay.
The original Mr. Do game, which is a great game in the arcades, it was more of like a dig dug kind of game.
Yeah, you had mentioned that.
And I definitely want to show that one off at some point. Okay, so I just finished the first level.
Good.
Thank you.
Smart, it seems like the only way to get them to, oh my god. The only way to get them to, leave you the hell alone is to let them fill in the blanks that you make.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I hate that you can't climb the damn ladder after you take the platform out.
Yeah. Alright. 5,020 points.
And there's literally no way for me to get to the without them building the thing. So hopefully
Yeah.
they build a thing. And they're not going to, they're just gonna go right past it.
Yeah, they don't like to do what you want.
Come on, you pricks.
In any situation, really.
Really? You're not gonna build one there?
I don't like how Mr. Do kind of disappears between levels when he's climbing a ladder in this version.
Agreed.
It makes it really hard to judge if you're going to get hit or not.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, fill in that hole. Come on. Come on, buddy. Fill in that hole. Okay, fine. You're not gonna fill in the hole. Oh god, I don't know what to do now.
Oh,
Shit.
I'm dead.
Oh, okay. Thank God that guy's filling in the hole. Oh, yeah. Like you can't tell. Like when they're climbing the ladders, you can't see where they are. when Mr. Dew's climbing the ladder, you can't see where Mr. Dew is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, made it to level 2. Again.
That should have killed that unicorn. I hit the second skull and made all those blocks disappear. That unicorn should be dead. I'm sorry.
Fuck you, game!
That is breaking the rules of Mr. Dew. Mr. Dew's castle. So I think when you get all the keys, the item just stays there. I don't think you're on a timer, even though the music is kind of intense.
I was gonna say, yeah, it certainly fucking makes it sound like you're on a timer.
Yeah. Oh, if I can just kill all 3 of these guys, that would be great. I don't think it's going to happen. No. Okay. So yeah, you can either finish the level by killing all of the enemies or collecting all the cherries, which... Good luck killing all the enemies.
Yeah.
You will need divine intervention for that.
Oh, okay. Yep, that's the end of that. 4,000.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah. Fucking Parker Brothers.
Oh, did they do this?
Yeah.
Oh, those assholes. I mean, to be fair, Mr. Dew's Castle would be a very difficult game to do on the Atari 2600.
Yeah.
Like, for a while, I thought that this game was just a prototype. I didn't know this game ever actually officially came out. But apparently it did, and it is just extremely rare. There are loose copies on eBay going for $100, and a complete copy will set you back, like, over 1,000. So, this game is, it might not have come out in the US at all. Like, I've seen, like, Canadian copies and European copies. I don't know if it came out in the United States. Couldn't make it to the flag in time. I just got boned.
See. Do I just stand at the flag until they come up here and try and kill me?
Oh, you know, that's... Well, I mean, that might work. I don't know.
What I did.
So I just hit the block that the unicorn was standing on.
God,
Which,
I got one of them and then the fucking disappeared.
yeah.
Fucking old honky.
Oh, it is a lot of bull honky. Are the things randomized? No, I guess they're always in the same spot. So theoretically, you could learn the layouts of all of the levels and like develop a strategy.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if the enemies are predictable enough for that to work out really well.
I mean, they basically go to whatever level you're at and just fucking try and murk you.
Yeah. Nope, I'm dead. I'm dead. Yep. They did the old pincer maneuver.
Really annoying to me. It's very annoying to me that you can, if you hit one while they're trying to put a board down, it spawns 2 of them.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, that's horseshit. I couldn't tell you if it's like that in the arcade version or not. I haven't really played enough of it.
Okay, I just did the old fake out and got him.
Oh, that's good. I think the music in this isn't bad.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It gets the
Like-
job. It gets the old job done.
Yeah, it's not grating the way the music in Pengo was, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always like it's like a 50-50 whether an Atari 2600 game having music is good or not.
Get off the ladder, moron!
Alright. Y'all get up here. Well, I tried your strategy of just waiting at the flag, and unfortunately, only one of them actually made it up there.
That's
But
exactly what they did to me. One of them made
yeah,
it up there, and the rest of them were so far down I couldn't even get anywhere close to him before it ran out.
yeah. Uh,
I didn't touch him. Fuck you, game. I didn't touch him.
yeah, in this game, you cannot, like, if your sprite intersects with the enemies at all, like even your hammer, it's instant death.
Yep.
And that definitely,
insta death.
yeah, and that removes a lot of the finesse that was in the arcade game, because you could club them to stun them a little bit and knock them back to try to give you room to escape. You could club them while they were standing on one of the cherry blocks and make them fall through at the same time. This game is a lot less forgiving about that.
Yeah.
To its detriment, I think. Well, I got an E and an O.
Hey. Congrats.
Thank you. Wait, an O? Oh, that was my lives remaining. I was like, there's no O in extra.
Oh yeah, they are unicorns, aren't they?
Yeah.
Difficulty switch stuff. Shenanigans. Game difficulty.
Yeah, in most situations, I assume that leaving it on B is the easiest version of the game, which is usually the case. Not always, though.
This game, there are 4 scenes and 8 difficulty levels, each more difficult than the one before. In general, as you progress through the various scenes, the following things will happen. The unicorns will become more aggressive, ladders and floor blocks will change positions, making his journey more difficult. But, like, difficulty switch does such and such.
Yeah. Sometimes it does nothing. Oh, if you walk over one where they're filling it back in, you die.
Yeah,
Oh, that
yeah,
sucks.
you do.
Oh, you can't hit them while they're in the hole. Okay. So, yeah,
Yeah,
when they're okay, I forgot about that.
but they respawn 2 of them when you do that.
Right. And they're green instead of yellow.
Yeah. They immediately become more aggressive.
That is bullshit.
Yep.
Oh, the music gets so much worse when you get all the keys.
Yeah, it's not great.
Oh, I didn't get the flag. Great. Also, in the arcade version, I think you can collect the letters just by touching them. I don't think you have to hammer them to collect them,
Oh.
which makes that part a lot easier.
Me dying by, trying to hit the floor, missing it, hitting the fucking dude.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, this version of the game is kind of playable, but it's also kind of the stuff of nightmares.
Hmm.
Like, it is so just constant. It is just constant escalation, constant onslaught, and there are so many tools that you have to do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you could push a button and like become invincible for 10 seconds, so you can like escape some situations or do anything to be able to get out of a situation that's bad for you, like, it would be so much better.
impossible. I'm just impossible.
Yeah.
It just constantly like gets worse as you go.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe the strategy is trying to squash them. Because I did that. I actually squashed enough enemies that there are only 2 on the screen now. And now I feel like it's actually doable. And I did it. I got all the cherries.
Nice.
I don't know. That's like they're so unpredictable. Like trying to do that isn't something that you can like cause to happen. You just kind of have to hope that it lines up right. Oh, I don't know. Oh, Mr. Dew's castle. I want to love you.
Why do you do what you do?
Why do you have to hurt me like this, Mr. Dew's castle? Also, you can't use the hammer while you're standing in front of a ladder.
Yeah.
Which is super infuriating. Oh. Oh, I think I'm ready to rank this.
What the fuck? One of them just fucking spawned out of nowhere. You cheating bastards.
Nope. Pincer attack.
That's alright. I got it. Fucking beat the
Larg.
Fuck the fucking keys. Eat my ass.
Fuck keys, get cherries.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Oh, stop being faster than me.
See, now there's no fucking way that I can get up there in time. Because the guy, and now I'm dead. Nope. Okay, never mind. Overreacted. Fine.
You're gonna get to the 5 before I can, and now the other one is there, and now I'm fucked. Oh, well, maybe not. Oh, okay. Well, the AI was subpar for a moment. Thank goodness.
I'm missing that one.
Okay. Well, I got 3 letters.
Hey, let's go. I fucking beat level 2.
Nice.
Fucking, I did some fucking math that time.
Mr. Do Math.
Like, alright, if they're gonna do this, I'm gonna do that.
Well, that's cool. Like, it sounds like you actually outsmarted them, which
I did.
it's nice to know that that's possible.
Can I please? No? Okay. Oh, well, alright. Just can no longer, have that ladder there, huh? Cool, cool, cool. That's great to know. Oh, I'm dead. Well, that level's bullshit.
Shall we get it on the list?
Hold on.
Okay. I want to go play some more Pengo. No, just kidding.
I mean, I wouldn't blame you.
I mean, after Pengo, this feels particularly bad.
I agree. Oh my god, please. Let me climb the ladder.
Squish. That felt pretty good. I squished 2 of them at once.
Nice.
Like I was playing Pengo or something.
Alright, get that. Open this piece. Get that one. Get that one. Get that one.
Oh, I'm not having fun anymore.
Oh, no.
I want to go home. I don't need cherries.
No! Fuck you, game. Oh, well. There goes my fun. Fun's over, guys. Fun's over.
Oh, I think the fun was over shortly after I started. Hit the block. Come on.
Oh my god, please hit the block.
Like, you have to hit it and, like, the magic pixel right in the middle of the block, or it doesn't take.
Please!
Oh. So Mr. Do's a clown.
Oh, now they're both fucking here.
In the original Mr. Do, you
God!
had a super
Dang
ball
it.
that you could throw to hit enemies. In the original Mr. Do, the enemies were dinosaurs. And that's why this one
Oh, you dirty jerk.
is
Okay.
called Mr. Do versus Unicorns.
Why are they
Because you're
unicorns?
fighting... Yeah, you're fighting unicorns instead of dinosaurs.
Why?
Mr. Do.
Okay. As long as we're as long as we have an understanding, apparently. Okay, yeah. I just, yeah.
So the arcade poster for the original Mr. Do
Mhm.
is really good. So the slogan is, let me see if I can remember. It's, throwing, crushing, running. Mr. Do is very active.
I'm so mad right now.
And I have to agree, Mr. Do is very active.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, thank God. I was running out of Mr. Do facts to talk about.
He's very active. That's the one fact, right?
Yeah, Mr. Do is very active.
Fucking
Actually,
Parker
look-
Brothers.
Let me see if I can find that poster. Hang on. Mr. No, not Mountain Dew. Not Mountain Dew.
Oh, if only it was Mountain Dew.
Oh, man, if it was Mountain Dew, it'd be so much better. Let's see here.
I have
This one will load.
I have a poster that says there's not a second to clown around.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
It's
very
do or do
appropriate.
for Mr. Do, the wacky hammer slappy clown under siege in Mr. Do's castle.
Yeah. So it's eating, throwing, or crushing. Mr. Do is very active.
Wow.
Yeah. There is a Mr. Do port for the 2600, and
There is.
it kind of sucks too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But we'll cross that science when we get to it.
Why are these quote unquote unicorns like those aren't unicorns? Do we not
I mean,
do we not know what unicorns are?
how many horns do they have?
I mean,
One.
yeah,
So
guess.
that's a unicorn.
But where's the
You know, like-
horse? Where's the
Does the word horse appear in the word unicorn?
All right, what's the definition of a unicorn?
Oh boy. Mr. Do's Castle has sent us down a bad rabbit hole.
A mythical animal typically represented as a horse
Right, typically. Not always.
with a slight straight horn projecting from its forehead.
Yeah. That tracks.
Or something that is highly desirable but difficult to find or obtain.
Oh. Well, this Mr. Do's this Mr. Do arcade poster, this site is selling it for $2,995.
Holy
So,
shit!
I suppose. Oh, maybe that's for the actual arcade game.
Oh
Yeah, that's for like the full cabinet. Never mind.
Oh,
It's just
that sense.
the image
mean-
is a poster, but
I guess as an OG arcade game, that's probably about right.
yeah, like arcade games are expensive. They're heavy. Like you have to ship them in a crate.
Mr. Do's Castle. Okay. Let's just scroll down here a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's worse than Venture.
Oh God, yeah.
I think it's worse than Ladybug, another Universal arcade classic.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely worse than that. It is worse than Donkey Kong. It's
Yeah, it's worse than Dodge 'em.
worse than Dodge 'em. Worse than Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah.
Worse than
Um.
worse than Kroll.
Yeah. Kroll is better than Mr. Deuce Castle. That's one thing people always say about it.
It's no Space Invaders.
Oh God, no, no. Now the arcade version, I probably take that over the arcade version of Space Invaders. But
Oh
in this
yeah.
case, for the Atari, yeah, I think it's worse than Space Invaders. I think it's worse than. I think it's worse than that Port of Puyon.
Yeah.
Like that game felt more playable just because like there are so few controls. What controls there are don't feel great, but like in this game, like the hammer feels bad, the ladder climbing feels bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um the movement doesn't feel great. Like it feels sluggish. Oh,
I'm gonna put it out there. And maybe I might be biased. I think this game is worse than Alpha Challenge.
yeah, I can definitely see that. Um Alpha Challenge, like the enemies just sort of move back and forth. Like they don't
Mm-hmm.
track you constantly, and like the controls aren't great, but
Yeah.
they're manageable. Um, yeah, I don't think Mr. Deuce Castle was worse than Breakout though.
No, no. I think it's below Alpha Challenge. Personally. Now I could be wrong.
Well, let's science it out for a second here. Um, I don't know. I would kind of take Mr. Deuce Castle over Dragster,
Yeah,
just
I was thinking
because
the same thing.
Dragster is so simplistic.
It's just not a fun game.
Yeah. Um. So Alpha Challenge. Hmm. We might have been a little too hard on it at the beginning. I don't know. It's like our tolerance for what makes a game broken
Yeah.
was was a lot lower back then because we hadn't seen the true depths of what the Atari 2600 had to offer.
Right.
Like like we hadn't we hadn't yet conceived of a game as bad as Springer or Title
Yeah.
Match Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
Um I don't know though. At the same time, like Mr. Deuce Castle feels like it is just on the threshold of calling it broken. Like the controls are so bad.
They're really awful. I mean, if anybody was watching, anyone that was watching my side, and like I was, there was an instance where I literally needed to get like the two cherries on this one specific platform that had like it had the two cherries and then it had the platform for the ladders on the right hand side, and there was one of the green dudes just walking back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
and I numerous times timed it like perfectly where I climbed the ladder and got to the furthest to the right block and was ready to hit it, and the game just decided that I wasn't in the right spot to hit it to knock that block out,
Yeah.
and therefore I had to run back down. It was like run up there, take a swing at it, miss, run back down, run up there, take a swing at it, miss, run back down, until the game finally decided to put another enemy up there, and then it was like, oh well, okay, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So yeah, I think your original statement that it's worse than Alpha Challenge is correct. Um,
yeah.
like the fact that we were able to to get a little further in it doesn't necessarily make it better, because we weren't having a good time any of the times that that we were getting further. Uh,
I mean,
you know,
I will say the figuring out the second level, like I could literally load up the game and beat the first 2 levels. Like it seems like it's one of those games where there's a pattern. It's in the same way that Alfred Challenge has a pattern. There's a pattern. You just have to learn what the pattern is and repeat that exact pattern every time.
right?
And you can quote unquote beat the game.
Yeah. Which I don't know. Does that make it better than Breakout? Like Breakout is dull. Like is an interesting bad game better than a boring competent game?
I mean, I wouldn't call it interesting. It's just it's like Alfred Challenge in the idea of like clearly whether or not the programmers of the game meant to, they made a game that repeats itself in what the AI decides to do, to where you can just repeatedly do a certain thing to get to the next level.
Yeah. Like at least it has AI, which makes it, I mean, it's at least a little bit more interesting than Alpha Challenge.
Yeah.
And I think it's more interesting than Dragster. I don't think it's better than I Want My Mommy.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine with me. I was just it's not a good game, clearly.
No,
And
I mean,
you know.
none of these games in like below number 50, 50 and below, none of these are good games.
No. No.
It's just sometimes it's hard to quantify. Like
It
when two
is.
games are very different, it's hard to quantify the badness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but I think the science puts it at our new number 56.
I agree with that. I mean, cuz technically speaking, like Blackjack and Basic Math and I Want My Mommy, like those games aren't bad. They're just
No,
incredibly bland,
yeah,
and that's fine. I mean,
right,
they have their spot, but and it's not below where any of these other ones are that are clearly not good games in one way or another.
yeah. Like basic math doesn't make me want to throw the controller. It doesn't make me,
No.
yeah. I mean, and this game kind of does.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Mr. Dew's Castle, our new number 56. Much like Puyon, a tragic port of a great arcade game.
Forgot
Oh,
that.
how irresponsible of me.
All right, let's go to the next one and wash that filth out of our brains.
All right. Speaking of brains, this next one is a real brain buster. It's called Escape from the Mindmaster
Yeah, I've been waiting for this one.
by Starpath. Have you ever seen this game?
I have not. It has a what's the word I'm looking for? It has a reputation.
Ah. So it's a first-person maze game. You have your little map there at the bottom of the screen. Shows you kind of the basic layout of the maze. It doesn't show you where the doors are or where any of the items are. And on my stream here, I sort of immediately encountered the first mini game. So every level of the maze will have one wall that when you look at it, there's a symbol on it, and it activates a mini game. The first one here is just dodging. So I'm controlling this little ship at the bottom or in the middle of the screen, and I just have to dodge these yellow lines that are sort of coming ever faster. and you can't win the minigame, you just kind of have to last as long as possible, and that will determine what rank the Mindmaster gives you at the end of the game. So I just scored 25. I don't know if that's good or not. But the basic goal is there are 3 symbols to collect on, or possibly more, on every floor of the maze. So I just got the squiggly line here, and I put it in the slot, the squiggly line slot. There's a circle hole here. I don't have the circle key, and there's sort of a clover symbol, so I have to find the hole that matches that. The beeping noise that you hear is there's a critter in the maze who's trying to catch you, but the critter cannot go through doors. So right now, as long as I'm in the left-hand section of the maze here, I'm safe. I can't be caught. But the pitch of the beeping and the speed will increase the closer the critter gets to you. So when it's low-pitched, you're safe. And when it's high-pitched, it's closer, but if there's a wall or a door between you, then you don't have to worry about it. Alright, so I found the hole where the clover goes. So I have the square key now. So I guess there's 4 keys on each level. Alright, so I have to make my way around the maze. Oh no, it's a critter. Okay, I didn't get caught. You start with 9 lives, and the number below the 9 there on the right, underneath your compass, that's just for bonus points. You don't lose if you run out of time. It just affects your overall score at the end. You doing okay, Mike?
Yeah. Is there a what was I gonna ask something. Shit. Is there more than one critter, or is there only one critter?
At least in the first couple mazes, there's just one. It does get more difficult in the later mazes. Oh, I got caught. Shit. So yeah, when you get caught, you lose one of your 9 lives.
So, what do you do if you found all the keys?
So there is a door that you previously weren't able to go into.
Okay, I know which door it is.
Yeah, so now, once you place all the keys in their correct slots, you should be able to go through that and advance to the next level. And I just need to find the circle key here.
Whoa, that was fucking cool.
The transition screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's neat. This is a very neat game. It does some shit that you just do not see on the Atari 2600.
Wow, dude.
So this game was released for something called the StarPath Supercharger. So that was an accessory that this company StarPath sold, and it is a cartridge that you plug into your 2600, and the cartridge has an audio jack on it, and it allows you to load games from cassette tape.
Whoa.
And the cartridge has some additional RAM in it, so the games could be a lot bigger. And this game is the biggest game that StarPath released. So on level 2 here, there are going to be like moving walls that you have to avoid.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just have to. It can't be on the screen at all when you step into that square. You have to wait until it's completely gone. If it's sticking out of the wall a little bit,
poop.
It's still going to get you.
I see that.
And I was standing in the wrong spot. Dang. Alright,
Son of a...
The squiggly line hole. Okay, so that's the clover. Alright, that's the circle hole. Oh, damn, that's the circle. Well, can I put the squiggly line back real quick? I didn't wait long enough. Fudge. Or can I put the clover back, I meant? I don't think you can. I think once you pick something up, you have to hold on to it until you find the slot for it. I'm not positive though.
Seems to be the case.
So the premise of this game is that you were abducted by an alien superintelligence known as the Mindmaster, and basically the Mindmaster is testing the human race. You are representing humanity in this test of wits. So you have to solve the maze,
Shit.
and you have to play the mini games, and the better you do at the mini games and the faster you solve the maze, the better your score is. So the best I've been able to do so far is it said the Mindmaster sees promise in me. Shit. So there are 5 levels, or there are 6 levels to the maze. Each level has a mini game except for the last one. And the mini games are all kind of very simple. Just go until you die kind of affairs. And right now I'm not representing humanity very well. I have a feeling the Mindmaster will not find our species worth preserving after this performance. I need to find this damn clover hole.
Mindmaster declares you to be quaint.
Quaint.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The manual doesn't give a list of like the ranks. Just oh, thank God. Okay, so I found the clover hole. So yeah, I don't know if being quaint is better or worse than showing promise.
Oh, so then I'm done. Like I can't play again.
Yep, that's the end. And
Whoa.
you start over and you try to do better next time.
Well, like I can't like reset the cart or anything.
Oh, you can't hit the reset button?
No.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I have to like actually exit out of the cart and open it back up again.
Oh, I bet that's because it's loaded off of cassette tape. So the way this originally worked was you could only load part of the program into memory at the same time. The whole game wasn't, like, even with the extra RAM, the whole game was too big to fit in the system's memory. So you had to load it off the cassette tape in chunks. And thankfully, the ROM version here in the emulator doesn't require any of that. It just it kind of makes it all one thing. But I guess it still has that limitation that that you have to load the ROM again so that it can load the first chunk of the game again. Yep, the Mindmaster declares you to be quaint. I think my score last time was higher, so I think quaint is a lower rating.
So is the minigame in the first level always this thing where you have to dodge until you get hit by the blocks 3 times?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, that's kind of cool that it has like a little minigame.
Yeah, and it doesn't like it doesn't go to a separate screen or anything. Like the minigame is taking place.
Yeah, it's just inside the fucking game. Like,
yeah.
This is nuts.
It is. This game is bonkers. And the cover art to this game is like a sinister looking dude with a giant skull, a giant cranium, and it has like a maze printed on it, and the challenge is definitely worthy of such intimidating cover art, I would say. Ah, shit. And so far, I've only been able to see the first 2 mini games. The second one is just like a Simon Says thing. Like, it'll just show a direction, and you have to push that direction as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And the manual has explanations of all 5 mini games. So if we get to that point, I can look that up and see what we need to do. If it's difficult to figure out, which it might not be. Like the first one, like the way you play the first 2 mini games, like the controls and everything are super obvious. I just had to look at the manual to make sure that that I was indeed supposed to be playing that mini game, which I wasn't sure about. I thought maybe like it wasn't totally clear to me that that was like that I was at that stage of the challenge yet. But yeah, it's in a random location, so whenever you find the mini game is when you play it. I'm very bad at navigating these damn mazes. And I was never super great at this kind of step-by-step first-person movement.
Same.
Like, the way the map is drawn and the way the geometry is drawn reminds me a lot of, like, the Gold Box games. Like, the way you move around in that. And
Right.
the map kind of shows a similar level of information. Like, it shows the basic outline of the maze, but it doesn't show you where anything is, so... I don't know. Like, this is the kind of game where I might actually want to draw my own map. Just so I can... Well, I would only really be able to annotate where the doors are, because the keys and everything are in different locations every time, so that wouldn't really help.
Whoa. Dude, the second mini game is like a little Simon Says type of thing.
Yeah.
That was fucking wild.
Yeah, in the manual it says, even baby Mindmasters can excel at this game. It's like very, very haughty about how smart the Mindmaster is compared to everyone else.
That's kind of cool too.
Yeah, the tone of the manual is just fun.
Fuck off, alien fuck. Trying to go that way. Oh, I'm fucking stupid.
I feel stupid when I play this game. It's like, this maze is so small, how can it be this hard to find things in it?
Shite!
Like, how can it be so bad at remembering where the holes are? But like, the fact that you have to constantly avoid the alien thing, it just... Like, it forces you to split your attention in a way that I'm very bad at.
Oh my god.
Alright, so the last one is the circle. Circle gets the square. No, wait, circle gets the circle. Okay. I got this.
Oh, it was barely on the screen, you giant butthole.
Yeah.
God, he's right there. Leave me alone.
Is a circle hole over here? It was. Okay. Well, luckily I do remember where the exit is. That's pretty easy to remember, at least. Oh, it like jumped around the corner. That was horseshit. Oh no. But yeah, in the first maze, the exit is kind of a square that is sort of separate from everything else.
Yeah.
And that might be the case. Yeah, I think that's the case in the other mazes too. I think the exit is it's that square block over in the corner. Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, moving wall. Shit. As if my life wasn't hard enough.
Yeah.
Alright, clover hole, clover hole.
Where's the damn square hole?
Ah, clover hole. Excellent.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh.
Ah, so here's minigame number 2. So I just press the direction as fast as possible. Try not to press the wrong direction. This menacing tone will increase in pitch gradually. Kind of stressing me out. $19. I feel like that's not a great score. Oh no! The gremlin has come to steal my lucky charms. It does kind of feel like I'm collecting lucky charms. Oh boy. Alright, round hole. Let's go. Round hole. Nope, it's not over here. Alright, gotta wait for the gremlin alien to... No! It's after me. Shit. Alright, I'll go back through the damn moving walls. To get the alien off my ass. Alright, round hole. Okay. Of course. Yeah, it's probably going to be in, like, this big middle structure here.
Oh, finally fucking
Yep,
found
there
it.
it is.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yep, I know that feeling. Alright, so square. Fuck. God, leave me alone.
Shoot.
I'm trying to solve the Mindmaster's challenge. Alright, square. Alright, it's not in here. Fudge. Ah, square. Okay. So now all I need is the squiggle. Clover's in the right spot. Oh, get away from me. Alright, is the squiggle in... I think the squiggle is in the E-shaped area. No, that's where the hole is. Okay. So the squiggle might be in this top area here with the 2 moving walls. Yep, there it is. Okay. So I need to go back to the E-shaped area. Nope, going the wrong way. Look at the map. Nope, going the wrong way. Look at the map. Shit. Oh. Oh, I hate this guy. Okay, last key. So now I just exit, make my way to this door. Oh, thank God. Okay, level 3. First time I've actually made it here. Oh no, I have made it here once before. This one has... Oh God. Okay, so I'm at the minigame. What am I doing? Okay, I need to read the manual for this one. Oh, this one is Simon, I think. So it'll... So up, left. Okay. Right, up, down. Okay. Yeah, this is just Simon. Except the pattern is different every time.
Nope. I lost. Oh, nope. I got one more life. Never mind.
Shit. Well, 21 points. Hopefully that's enough to please the Mindmaster.
Shoot.
Right, so I'm facing right. I want to face... I want to face west here. Okay.
Level 2 is hard.
It is. It's a lot harder than level 1. Oh, now there's a different shape key? Oh, well, luckily the hole was right there.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. The keys are like... They're like clusters of boxes and lines. But they're like differently shaped boxes and lines.
Oh, no. They're like
Oh, that sucks.
easy to not know which one's which.
Yeah, like... Oh, that makes it more challenging. I mean, it doesn't matter that much because you can only carry one key at a time.
Yeah.
So you're kind of just looking for the one that goes to the right hole anyway. But still, I mean, it's just a pain in the ass.
But yeah, but the less time you have to walk back and like that's literally how I just died, like all on the second level because I just kept forgetting where everything was.
Yeah.
So I'd grab one of the keys and be like, "Where the fuck is that?" and have to go to every single one of them, and then forget that I didn't check one particular area.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically the only way I can play this game. Shit. Like, my memory just isn't that good. Oh, and the maze is just so much more complicated, too. Oh, and the moving walls come out of, like, positions that you wouldn't think that they should.
Yeah.
Oh.
I died a lot to
level
those.
Yeah, level 3 is hard. Yeah, there are like 2 moving walls in a row, so you have to like time it perfectly.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I need this gremlin to fuck off because I need to see what's in this area. Okay, so that's the exit. Fuck off. Oh my God. Oh boy. Okay, 1 life left. There's nothing over here. What do you mean? Oh.
Yep. How'd that
Oh my.
happen to me?
Oh, the Mindmaster is a fucker. I'm not inviting the Mindmaster to my birthday party. I can tell you that. All right, that's in the right slot. Okay, I need to find the spot for this one. Yeah, I can no longer describe the keys at all. Like, I can't say the squiggle or the square because they're all like there's no distinguishing features of them. Okay. Well, 96 points. The Mindmaster declares me to be quaint. Oh, I didn't even do better than quaint.
Yeah, I have 83 and I'm also quaint. So,
I have 96.
damn.
Maybe the next maybe the next level would be 100 points. I don't know. Do you want to rank this?
Yeah, let's rank it.
Okay.
This game's hard.
It is. Like I kind of feel bad about not showing off more of the game, but I don't know if I'm good enough to. Like I would like to see levels 4 through 6. I mean, I showed off half of the game basically. That's okay.
Yeah, my brain, my brain just can't handle that kind of game today.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm really conflicted about it because it's cool as hell, right?
Yeah, oh, 100%. Like it's, it feels like it should definitely be a game that's going to be at towards the top of the list. But at the same time, there are, I don't know. I guess like the only real problem I have with the game is just the music.
Yeah. Like if there was a version of this game that didn't have the gremlin chasing you and it was just figuring out
Yeah.
the keys, and I know that would make it much less challenging, but like if there were
Yeah.
if there was a version where it was kind of more focused on, I guess there would have to be something. I mean, you would have the moving walls. That's a
Right.
challenge to overcome.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, oh, like you don't like we haven't seen anything like this game. Like the idea of a first person game on the Atari 2600 that actually looks okay and plays okay in 1982. Like that by itself is kind of mind
That's
blowing.
pretty wild, man. Like the fact that they were able to put a 3D game, like a 3D maze game on an Atari is is absolutely insane, cuz that's the type of shit that was like there was a game for the Tandy 1000, I think. That was like that was one of the or no, I'm sorry. It was for the ColecoVision. There's a game that's like this where but you're just shooting ghosts that and like that's all the game really is
Oh yeah.
each level there's like these little ghost dudes that are like trying to kill you and you just like, shoot a couple of them and you go on to the next level. And it's like
Yeah.
but and the maze that you're in is like randomly generated. And
Oh yeah.
um this game is very much like that. Like I always thought that that particular game was the first like instance of like a 3D, maze game, but shit, this one might be, like
Well, you definitely saw more of that sort of thing on in role playing games, like early computer role playing games, like
right, right.
like Wizardry and Might and Magic, and I think the first Ultima game all had like 3D dungeons, but they were all like wireframe graphics.
Yeah.
Um, and I mean this is just kind of flat shaded walls, but it's still like it's more, and there is actual like animation on the movement. Like when you step forward, it doesn't just like teleport you to the next frame. Like there's an actual animation there. And
Right.
like the fact that this is also kind of a mini game collection. Like like any of the mini games at this time on the Atari 2600, someone would have been happy to slap one of those in a cartridge and sell it as a game.
For sure. And dude, yeah, the way that it has the mini games just show up on the screen and just play within the game like
Yeah.
that. That's incredible. Like that's like um shit. What's that game? Um, that's like what Venture does, where it has like the representation of space.
Oh yeah.
Like that's fucking that is incredible.
Yeah, it's like you're actually imagining your character stopping in the middle of this maze to play a game. It's not
Yeah,
just like it's incorporated into it. Like that's really cool. I mean, there are things that caused me to have less fun with this game than I would prefer.
mm-hmm.
Like the constant sound of the thing chasing you is just it's a drag. Um, I get that they needed some sort of indicator of how close it is to you, but like it could have been less annoying than that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really conflicted about this game. Um, I mean, right off the bat, I mean, it's better than Stargate.
Yeah,
Like it's
it's
better than all of these like lower tier arcade ports, I think. Um,
yeah. I mean, I think it's definitely it's. I think it's easily, you know, at least better than Venture.
mhm. It's better than Reactor.
Yeah,
I
like
mean, it's better than Crossbow for sure.
yeah, it's better than Crossbow. Yeah, I
Um,
mean it's at least shit. I mean it's probably and we might have another top five. I mean it's for what it is. I mean it's
like okay, so for all of the annoying aspects of the game, kind of like Adventure and Minds of Minos both have their own annoyances. Like Adventure has the flickering
oh yes.
and Minds of Minos has the constant footstep noise, which is a drag,
Hmm.
and that didn't prevent those from being top tier games.
No, definitely not. And I mean, and it's not like it's just making the noise for whatever the hell reason it wants to. Like it's not just background noise. Like it's there to let you know that the alien that's trying to catch you is like nearby. You know,
Yeah,
and it does it has like the um it's like with bank heist where when it's further away it like kind of fades into the background like the police sirens do.
yeah, that's a really cool
It's
effect.
a really
Um,
cool effect.
and like the fact that so in most Atari 2600 games, the sound is basically superfluous. Like you can mute the game and it'll be exactly the same. You know, you can turn the sound down on the TV and listen to your Metallica tapes. But
Right.
in Escape from the Mindmaster, like you actually need that sound. Like it
You
is
do.
a core part of being able to play the game, and that's something that you don't see much. Um,
I agree.
like it's at least better than Minds of Minos, I think.
Oh.
Is it better than Laser Gates?
Hmm. Boy, that's tough.
It is. Laser Gates feels good, sounds good, it plays well.
Laser Gates is a fantastic game. It has a really
Yeah,
cool idea, like the whole idea that you're inside the cartridge and like you're fighting an AI that's like
like taking over everything.
mhm.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of straightforward. God, this is hard. Like Escape from the Mind Master is super cool. I don't know to what extent I actually want to play it.
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, Laser Gates is one of those games that you put it in front of me and I'll at least play it for a little bit.
Yeah.
This game, I mean, I'd probably, because I mean, like the first level's not hard.
No.
Um, it's and you know it's the second level that really things start to get a little difficult, and it's mainly just um getting used to how the moving wall thing works. And that's
Yeah.
just, I mean, you know, that's just basically, that's just like any other game. You have to get used to how a certain aspect of the game works. Um,
Yeah.
and I mean, I had the same issue with like Minds of Minos. Like, I came nowhere close to building as many robots as you did. Like, the most I ever built at one point, I had like two, and you had like fucking like seven or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely was not doing anywhere close to as good as you were when it came to like that aspect of the game. And it's still
Yeah.
super fun. I mean, it's still a really cool idea. And
Yeah. I don't know. I think Escape from the Mindmaster. Like, I'm more interested in going back and trying to get to the higher levels because, like, there's more stuff to see the further you get in. Like, I want to see what the higher level mini games are, and
yeah,
it gives you like a rating at the end, and I do kind of want to increase that rating. Um, and I would be more interested in doing that than I would like finishing a hard game of Minds of Minos. Like I finished the easy game and that felt pretty good. Um, but yeah, I think I would take Escape from the Mind Master over Minds of Minos, and I think I would take it over Laser Gates.
Escape from the Mind Master.
Yeah.
Also a game on the ColecoVision.
Oh really? Wow.
Interested to see. Yeah, it's wow. Hmm.
I wonder how well that one works.
It's another, and it's one of those games that was just made by one dude.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah, Dennis Caswell.
Damn. I mean, I don't know enough about programming to like know exactly how hard that game was to make, but I'm sure that was a huge undertaking.
Yeah. Um. I agree. I think it's the number two. It's not Riddle of the Sphinx.
Yeah,
And
like Riddle of the Sphinx just feels good to play,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
that's worth a lot. There are aspects of Escape from the Mind Master that feel pretty good, like the movement is snappy, but uh, all of the audio that's going on and just the specificity with which you have to avoid the moving walls, I think that kind of drags it down a little bit. And Riddle of the Sphinx is just a great action adventure game. This one, great adventure, not quite as good action. Uh,
Wow, I'm like legit interested to play the other two games this dude made.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not looked into the developer or his other work,
Yeah, he made
but
two other oops. He made two other games for the, well, specifically for the Star Path Supercharger that were ported, that were, on the Atari 2600.
oh yeah,
So that'd be interesting.
yeah, like Starpath, they released a handful of games on that system, and I figure like they are probably the games that the fewest people played, just because you had to buy this accessory, And
Hmm.
once you bought once you bought the supercharger, I think buying the games was less expensive than buying other cartridges because tapes are cheap and you can reproduce them really cheaply.
Right.
But it still requires that initial upfront investment, and I imagine that's not something a lot of people made. But
Yeah.
it was ambitious as hell.
Super cool.
Yeah. All right, Escape from the Mindmaster, new number 2.
Definitely.
Hell of a game.
Really, really cool game.
Yeah.
Huh.
Ready to move on to your last game?
Yeah. Man, that's gonna be a hard game to live up to, but we have a what Benny would consider a 100% classic Atari game.
Yes, a stone cold classic.
And that game is going to be Missile Command.
Yes.
This was the game that was, I say suggested, but it was a game that was brought up by one of the users, Aki Stevens, Aki Steven 0616. Originally, we were going to play Maze Craze, but unfortunately, that game is a two-player only game.
Yeah.
It will have to wait.
Yep, that'll wait for our two-player extravaganza.
Yeah. So this is Missile Command. It's a 1981 Atari joint, uh, famous arcade game. The basic idea is, you're shooting bombs that blow up in the air, and you're shooting down missiles that are trying to destroy your bases. Each level, you get points for how many leftover bases you have and things like that. It has different difficulties that change, like how long it takes for your things to blow up, the size of your things that blow up, how quickly the missiles like rain down and things like that. Um, Apparently, if you want to play the hardest difficulty, it's 16.
Oh.
Like that's apparently like the de facto most difficult version of this game.
Yeah, like I played a lot of this game on the 2600. I never thought to check if there were other game modes.
Yeah, I never did either. And usually,
Yeah.
I usually end up doing what I'm doing right now, where I do really well until about like the 4th or 5th level, and they start to speed up, and I get a little ahead of myself and like put the explosion too far down, and it doesn't blow up the thing, and then they end up getting one of my bases or something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the faster speed of the missiles is definitely something that you have to learn how to adjust to.
it's one of those games that you can shoot multiple mines.
Oh yeah. Yeah, more than one projectile at a time, which is sort of novel for the Atari.
Yeah.
I just lost my first base. So the arcade
Ooh.
version of this, you controlled your cursor with a trackball. So for the 2600, they used the joystick because there was a trackball you could plug into the 2600.
There was. Yep. I remember.
But it didn't actually give you analog movement.
It did not. It was poorly implemented.
Yeah, like it was basically just emulating the the joystick directions, but with the trackball. And someone did make a homebrew hack of this game that uses the trackball properly, which
Cool.
that might be interesting to look at. But I don't know. I think the joystick control in this feels pretty good for what it is.
I agree.
Like the cursor, the movement is pretty snappy, and I feel like I have pretty good control over where I'm aiming. And like if I did have like a mouse or a trackball, I don't feel like I would be doing that much better. Like
Ooh. just got F'd in the A.
Yeah, I'm getting nuked.
I'm doing okay. I lost 2.
I'm down to my last base. But
Oh,
the
I just lost
the
another
thing
one.
the thing that I like about Missile Command is that once you're down to that last base, you kind of only have to worry about that one. Like you have to
Right,
make sure that that base doesn't get hit, and you have to make sure like your gun doesn't get hit. But
right.
you can keep going for a pretty long time, even with only one base left. If you are, you know, careful to defend that one, and with every 10,000 points, you get another base. So you can come back from a bad run, which I like.
Yeah, I always thought
Uh,
it was funny when they would like when they blow up an area that's already been blown up.
yeah, yeah, they're just nuking barren ground.
Yeah.
I like the little mushroom clouds.
Oh yeah, the mushroom clouds are really cool. I just lost my last base.
Ah, damn.
Yep, and I just got hit. Oh.
Oh, I did not save my last base. I got another 10,000 points though, so I might actually still be able to keep this run going. It doesn't end until the end of the wave.
I don't know. I must have done something because. Oh, I actually got a base back. Apparently.
Yep, me too.
Oh, we haven't mentioned that there are like little UFO dudes that kind of show up after a while.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't behave super differently from the normal missiles. Yep. And that's game over. Sky flashes. Everything goes dark. 39,000 points.
I'm at 43 and I'm back to 2 bases.
Nice.
Oh, 1 base.
Ah, damn. Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to consult the manual here, see if I can find some information about those other modes.
Yeah, I was looking to see. I will say you have to look at the. Oh, I'm dead. 46,000.
Nice.
You have
Oh,
you have to look at the European manual because only the European manual has the European version of the game is the only one that has an actual manual. All the other
Oh,
ones
really?
did not come with a manual, apparently.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. So difficulty
All right.
switches. Let's see. There's 2. B is a normal game. A is a skilled missile. Is so changing the difficulty to A does make it more difficult. It makes it to where your cursor moves at a slower speed, which seems terrible. And then there are
So, game mode number 17 is for children.
yes.
And when you play that mode, it puts a teddy bear on the screen.
Does it really?
Oh, no, maybe that's just in the manual. Yeah, it has like a teddy bear icon in the manual to show that that version is for children. I think there were some games that put the icon on the screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the missiles move like really slow.
Yeah. And unfortunately, your cursor also kind of moves really slowly.
Yeah, I noticed that. I didn't know what was up with that. But there's a
Hmm.
2-player mode. You can play 2-player. Let's see what difficulty 16. Oh my god, it goes so fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe the port of Centipede, when you play in children's mode, it puts a teddy bear on the screen.
Really?
Yeah,
That's cute.
it's very silly.
I lost. 2,800.
Weird.
Yeah, it just immediately died.
Well,
So, yeah.
now I have to check out that mode too.
That is insane. I mean, the cursor moves super fast, but Jesus Christ.
Oh, the sky is yellow.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks. Oh yeah, this is a nightmare.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, I don't want to play like this. So yeah, 18 through 34 are the two-player modes.
Yeah, that's the two-player mode, and yeah, 16 is apparently the highest difficulty, which obviously just makes it to where things
Yeah,
fall super fast, and it's rather difficult.
fast target control, smart cruise missile. Uh yeah, so for a one-player game, looks like mode 2 might be slightly easier than mode 1 because you have fast target control, uh, but with the dumb cruise missile.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna try that one. See, yeah, so there's definitely more speed on the reticle here.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, this is like it's an easier experience, but it's still not like I would say the children's mode is less fun because the cursor moves so much more slowly, and
Hmm.
this is a slightly easier experience, but not like fully dumbed down.
Oh, that's cool. Like, apparently, so if you wanted to try and get used to level 16, um, to mode 16, where it starts at like the highest difficulty,
Hmm.
there's you could do 14, so you have the same speed of control, but the cruise missiles aren't as smart. So
Ah,
it kind of gives you the ability to kind of like dip your toe in the difficulty level without it being like, oh my god, immediately.
yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
Oh, and it starts you okay. So as you go up the difficulty numbers, it starts you at a higher wave.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So for 1 through 4, you have different options for speeds and how smart the cruise
Yeah.
missiles are, but that still starts you at wave 1. And then game mode 6 through 8, same thing, but you start at wave 7. So yeah, 14 or 13 through 16 starts you at wave 15. So
Right.
it just jumps you way ahead in the progression.
Yeah. So if you wanted to start at that, but it not be like immediately aiming for all of your bases, you do 14, and then
Yeah,
it's apparently not as bad. See how not as bad it actually is.
yeah,
Oh, it's still pretty bad.
yeah, yeah. I'm kind of digging mode 2. Like the cursor is like
God.
it's almost too fast to control. Like you definitely have to finesse it, but like I can get to these missiles pretty quickly. It's just the aiming doesn't feel quite as precise.
Yeah. Hmm. So it's a bit difficult still.
Yeah, those later waves, they don't fuck around.
And they do not. Wow.
They have a lot of missiles.
All right, I think I have a good idea of the expectation of this game.
Yeah, Missile Command kind of owns.
Missile Command's really cool. That's one of those games that I've played a shit ton of. I don't think I've ever actually played the arcade version of the game. It's always been like a home console version of some type. Definitely played a
Yeah,
shit ton of the Atari version. Pretty sure there's like an NES version or something, maybe.
yeah. I don't know. This seems like it seems like a game they would have released on more platforms.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
I'm not sure I played any of them. Like I don't remember there being an Apple II version. Uh,
Oh wow, yeah, no, there was not.
I don't know.
There it would have been on the Game Boy. It's the only other version that I could have. Oh, okay. So yeah, this is an Atari, like a straight up Atari joint.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, are we ready to get it on a list?
Absolutely.
All right. Missile Command. I mean, one of Atari's most famous and beloved games.
Absolutely. Yeah. This is one of those. It was just to give you an idea. It sold nearly 20,000 arcade cabinets in 1980, making
Dang.
it among the top 10 highest grossing arcade video games of the 80s. To give you an idea, that puts it in the same category as Pac-Man, Battlezone, um, Space Panic, Zork, Adventure. So yeah, quite a few other
Yeah,
big games in there. Pretty sure.
and
Go ahead.
oh, I was just going to say I'm sure the 2600 version sold millions. Like
Yeah. Uh,
this was this was one of those million sellers for sure. Like if people had any Atari 2600 games, most likely they had Combat, Centipede, and Missile Command.
yeah. Absolutely. It was. According to this list, it is not one of the 10 highest best-selling home video games of the 80s, though.
Really? Wow. Well, maybe my assumption is incorrect.
But a game that we have on our list that we both absolutely hate is number two,
Oh, yeah.
Breakout.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep, that tracks. I mean, in 77 and 78, there were just so few
few
games
games.
available.
Yeah,
You just kind of had to grab whatever you could.
crazy.
Yeah, this game's way better than Breakout.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Uh, Definitely better than Breakout.
Yeah, like I would start the science like around Atlantis. Um because Atlantis is kind of going for a similar thing as far as like turret shooters go. Um
Holy sh-
I think that game's cool, but I think Missile Command is better.
Uh, Command is better than Atlantis. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah. Shit, dude. I would say it's better than Atlantis. It's better than yeah,
better
yeah,
than Kung
yeah,
Fu Master.
yeah. Atlantis is the one that okay, yeah. Uh, Better than Kung Fu Master. Better than Fast Eddie.
Yeah.
Better than Frontline. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Frontline was kind of neat. I don't think it has like the staying power that Missile Command does. Like
No.
Missile Command is one of those games I can load up basically anytime
Yeah, yeah.
and have a good time for at least a few minutes. I probably wouldn't do that with Frontline. Um, it's probably better than Venture.
Yeah, I mean, Venture keeps going. I mean, it's sad to see Venture continue to go down the list, but at the same time, um, it is just an arcade port, and unfortunately, while a very cool arcade port, it's still um sort of
It's like a compromised version of it.
yeah. There we go. Yeah, I was looking for a PC version of the word that I had in my head.
Oh yeah. Well, let's call it compromised.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh, is Missile Command better than Keystone Capers?
Mm,
I kind of enjoy them both.
yeah, you definitely. I will say you enjoy Keystone Capers more than I do. I find that game
Yeah,
highly boring. But
yeah,
that's just never those type of games have never been something that I so
yeah. Like I am a sucker for a nice fast moving platformer. But I think Missile Command is better. Just like the visuals and the sound, we didn't really comment on when we were playing, but they are just iconic.
dude,
Um,
and they're top notch. Like they aren't annoying. They're a little loud, but I mean, other than that, I mean, it's like the idea of what you're doing. Of course, they're going to be loud. I mean, you're fucking blowing up missiles in the sky.
yeah, and blowing up a bunch of missiles in a row just sounds really good. Just the wave of explosions.
Yeah, and when your bases blow up, the little like mushroom cloud. I don't remember that. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, and it's a small thing, but I really like the end of round when it like counts up your points and your bonus points for how many missiles you have remaining. And
Hmm.
it's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I find that pretty satisfying. So I would say Missile Command is better than Fantastic Voyage for sure.
Well, I was gonna ask if we thought it was better than Gyrus because Gyrus is like the top of these type of games, basically, that we have on our list.
Yeah. Oh, it's tough because it's such a different thing. Um, like I like the music in Gyrus. I like the concept of it. Um, the shooting just doesn't feel quite as good, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, like the the way the shooting works in this game is probably the best on the Atari because it's not limited to the four like the eight directions. Like
Right.
you feel like you have complete control over where you shoot that missile or that bomb,
Yes.
I should say.
And for uh for not having a trackball, for not having analog control, like I think this is as good as it could possibly feel on a joystick.
Thousand
So,
percent, yeah. Like this is the de facto. Like if you're gonna have a cursor on the screen, it better fucking feel like this.
yeah, for sure. Like crossbow is not as good as missile command with
No,
the cursor movement.
yeah,
So, but that said, missile command it is a little straightforward.
it is.
And I think I would probably take it over reactor, just because the movement of the cursor is so good and reactor is kind of fiddly. You do some neat things in reactor, but it does feel kind of weird.
Hmm.
I don't know if I would take missile command over bump and jump.
No, I think bump and jump has bump and jump is straightforward in what it is. There's still some depth to it that you know you have the not only are you trying to survive the track, but you're trying to survive the cars as well. And um there's the strategy of like pushing against one car and using that as like a way to bump into another car to like, get them both off of you type of stuff and cause them both to crash, that type of
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
and
I would say it's just a I won't say a better game, but like
it's a more complete game.
it's a more complete game. Yeah.
Like if Missile Command had like some sort of smart bomb or like any kind of extra ability besides just shooting.
Yeah, yeah. If it was one of those things where it's like after you know you a certain point you get like a smart bomb that just like wipes the screen or something like
Yeah,
that. Yeah, it would feel like a more complete game. And it added more, like there was more things, like more different things, like trying to blow up your stuff or something to, kind of balance that or whatever. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I could see a version of this game that just goes more in depth with what's on the screen.
yeah. But for the time it came out, it
I
is.
mean, it's an arcade classic for a reason. It's fucking great.
Yeah, yeah, product of its time for sure, but holds up remarkably well.
Definitely.
So that makes Missile Command our new number 15.
Sure. Yeah.
All right,
Just below bump and jump.
science complete. Missile Command, episode 11. Hell of a game.
Really cool game. God, I love Missile Command.
Yeah, and thanks to Aki for suggesting it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, well, this has been a wild episode. Games all over, just
Yeah.
all over the list. Like Mr. Dew's Castle, it is a bottom 10 game.
Mm-hmm.
And Escape from the Mindmaster, new number 2. Honestly, wasn't expecting it to get quite that high, but it is a mind-blowing game.
And that game, wow. Just the fact that they like the mini games inside the game, like that's fucking. I never thought I'd never thought I'd see that on an Atari.
Yeah, because I mean on the 2600, a lot of the games that you bought were basically mini games,
Yeah.
and it's it's really cool. It's like
When did that game come out?
82.
Holy shit! Are you shitting me?
No.
Whoa! Like that's the same year as like fucking Pac-Man and Frogger and Defender and like
Yep.
ET. Like holy shit, that's insane.
Yeah, it is ahead of its time in numerous ways.
Wow.
And we also had Pengo, which is just a good old fun arcade game.
Yeah.
Lots of enjoyment there.
Very
Um,
very much deserving of its top 10 spot.
yep, I agree. I think we have 3 new top 20 games on the list. I think the science placed them where they belong, and yeah, just a good weird variety of different types of games, which I love. Um, and Strategy X, the game so forgettable that I forgot about it. Um,
Yeah, unfortunately.
yeah. Sorry, Konami.
Well,
But that
tell you what, there is a game that I believe is on this. Yes, it is. Oh, but see, it's not marked as it's a Coleco game as well. But it was developed by Konami. It's a game that I think will. I remember this game. I think it's one I'm gonna choose for the next episode. I don't know if it'll be up here, but it'll definitely not be at the bottom.
ooh, exciting. I don't know what game that could be. I'm excited to find out.
It's a pretty cool game.
All right. Well, with that tease, thanks everyone for watching. This has been episode 11 of Ranking the 2600. Uh, I had a blast as always,
Absolutely.
and we'll be back next Sunday to take the list from 66 up to 72.
Yeah, dude, we're getting there.
Yep, we're creeping up on top 100 list. Very exciting.
Absolutely.
Well, everyone take care, and we will see you next week.
Yep. Later, guys.
Bye, everyone.